I'm too honest for my own good, aren't I? I was saved by a little old lady and she was chatting about weather and bought myself a nice cup because all mine are chipped. For me brews, £4 for a cup. Nice big cup though. I'll save that for best, try not to chip it. All my others have got chips, chip. Yeah, and she, I give her, so sorry I have no change because it was £31.80 just for a few bits, bloody hell. That was going cheap. Mushroom burgers with lentil and butter bean. I thought, well, I'll try them, I like mushrooms. Chicken, later tonight. I'll put one in now for the moggies, I think. Yeah, I put all the plastic recycling in and now it's cardboard recycling what's empty. Pooh. Oh, the dishes in the washing up, bugger. Do I need a dish? I suppose I'd better. There it is. Wait a minute, you're gonna get some chicken, aren't you, little rats? Yeah, 'cause you were talking, she gave me a £10 note and then £3.20. And walking away, I thought, hang on, what? And I got to the exit and I thought, no, she's giving me a tenner instead of a fiver. I finally worked out what had happened. And I thought, she's a nice little old lady, I couldn't get her in trouble. So I told the woman at the newspaper section, so I think that little old lady's given me a fiver too much. I said, should I tell her? She said, oh yeah, she'll get in trouble. I said, yeah, you're right. If she's anything like my bosses. Yes, bickies, why not? £2 for a twin pack. I've got a masher. Ian Hepcat Harley on his Facebook page. Shown, what did you call it? Hash. Corned beef hash. And I looked in here and I don't have a potato masher. For some reason. So I've got one now. I'll try it sometime, Ian. With spring onions. Sounds nice. Probably cheap as well. How do you open that? Oops. Yes, I've got a duster. Oh, it's got tape on. Are you meant to dust with that? Is it open? You don't use it like that, do you? Oh, I meant to use it with a handle. Well, I'll use it like that, just to dust surfaces with. My house is full of dust. Right, sorry for the delay, moggies. Some dreamies. Wait a minute. Put some in there. Some in the other dish. Somebody said don't put them in all at once, but they're my babies. Yeah, what I was saying about that bike, going to the shop, I could fit those braided hoses when they come, but I think I'll take it to the shop and have them do the master cylinder changeover, because I'm not buying any bloody little pliers and messing about. I think I'll arse it up So that they can do that and then bleed the brakes and see what they make of that problem, if it is a problem. But on the other hand, once I've changed the hoses, I'll have a go at bleeding them again, just to see if that was the problem, you know what I mean? And if it persists, then I'll take it to the shop and say, can you do the master cylinder, and then bleed them, and let me know if there's any problems. And they can say, oh, seal, oh, so well, I've got some seals here. So hopefully it'll all be sorted for next weekend, depending on who can fit me in, if anyone. Manchester Bike Show in 3 weeks. I'd like to go to that, even though it's... Oh, is it charged up already? Good. Yeah, I'd like to go to the bike show like I've been doing for the past few years. So I'll put that in the fridge. And that mousse, that's for afters. I've got a pizza, I'm going to put some of this chicken that's in the microwave on here. And throw the scraps for the moggies. I contacted a local shop, Friends of Cats. Alright, they've got a charity shop in Accrington. And I was discussing flea treatments, and then I thought I'll drop in about Scruffy, this stray. Look at that tuft. Well, that tuft come off, Scruffy. Look at that. She's wild. You're feral, aren't you, baby? Eh? Look at that. He won't let me come near. Scruffy. He just runs behind the settee. And when I started talking about him and possibly if I make a generous donation to the charity shop, will they take him off my hands? She stopped talking on Facebook, so I think that means no. I'll put them burgers away. Yeah, you're full of fleas, aren't you, Chincha? That's charming, isn't it? I think they're overwhelmed with cats, so that's a problem. They give them chicken legs, chicken breasts enough. Another minute, I think. Oh, it's March now, isn't it? Yes, because it's 2 weeks off my birthday. Oh, my night talk is a March bike. Lovely bike, that. What sort of brakes were there? Can't remember now. Certainly didn't have any trouble with them. They had an anti-dive adjuster down here as well on the fork leg. Lovely bike. Well, thank you for watching today. I think I'll have to heavily edit it to edit out all the cock-ups. I don't want it to run for an hour again. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. You enjoy that chicken? Hmm? You're a little old man, aren't you, Ginger? Yeah, I'll test my new cup out. Just fast forward this. Let me see how much garden you get. It's very nice. I was going to do that in here when I first moved in. I made it oldie worldy with this panelling. And I was going to put beams on the roof, and I looked all over for fake lightweight beams, and everyone, what? Fake plastic beams? So I put the carving and lighting around the carving in ivy instead, plastic ivy. Trouble is with this camera, it makes it look a funny purpley colour, but it's not, it's actually a nice reddish brown, but does it look purple on the camera? Would look nice with beams though, wouldn't it? I could still do it because I left a gap on the carving. All you do is make a notch out of the side of the wood, feed the notch into there, and then screw it to a couple of joists and then notch it at the other side. Because they're really secure then with deep 2.5 inch roll bolts. Not roll bolts, roll plugged big bolts. So there we are. Have I waffled enough? Yes. I should have got something proper to drink, not just, it was just iron brew, no whiskey in it. Should have got some whiskey. I could have got some with that fiver I gave back to that old lady, but I couldn't rob the old bat. If it was one of the surly ones, I would have done. Security, there's a Pakistani security lad just walking round with a tracky top on, staring at me. And he kept staring, I smiled and he just stared blank. And I said to that little old lady, is he security? I said he should have a tag on to say so, not just stare at people. Yes, he's security, love. Anyway, bye for now. You see my Laurel and Hardy stuff. A big fan. It's too dark. I'm watching Toad in the hall this morning. Fresh fish, fresh fish. Well, good morning. Yes, it is still morning. 25 to 12 on a Sunday, and I'm afraid it's a drizzly, miserable bloody Sunday. So no biking today, even if it was right. Work all week, weekend comes, and it rains, marvellous, isn't it? I was looking at this area. I said to someone that the reason my bike's brakes have gone pear-shaped is because I'd been riding to work on my work commute when it wasn't icy, but still bloody salt on the road, so that's eating away at all the brake components. And I said we should all have a winter hack. And I thought, is this before I put that step in last summer, there was sort of space for a little scooter, or even a little 125, a second-hand Chinese one, just to get to work and preserve my Hornet for weekends. And in fact my summer project is to do away with most of this rose garden. And I thought I was going to rip it all out, but I thought, hang on, if I remove that bottom step, I'll end up tripping up. Because it's a bit, I made the steps a bit too steep last summer before I did that little garden wall. But yeah, what I thought is use the bricks for here, stack them up, keep these two rose bushes, and maybe plant that one there, and use that planter for the other two, rather than chuck them away. Although roses are a bit of a pain, aren't they? Literally prune them and you end up getting shredded. Yeah, so here we are, backyard workshop. What I'm going to do today is just test the wheel alignment and if the disc is buckled. I've sent for all sorts. I don't know if you're a regular viewer or not. Sent for a pair of new discs because these are originals, 41,000 mile. Another set of seals, they have come. A master cylinder replacement gubbins in here. A little spring, a piston, seals. Sent for them because the boot at the other side is torn to shreds with being old. Someone said about replacing there's nothing wrong with the actual. I looked online, there's one of them in America, an actual unit, for £87, you know, and they've done the dollar conversion, and then the post was another £10. There'd be nothing wrong with that, it's like new. And there were 3 tatty ones on eBay in the UK. Well, if I just replace whatever's in there, that might be the problem. But I've not used my front brake all week. I've been taking it easy and using the back one. Otherwise you'll have seen, going on that quiet road, I nearly bumped into 2 silly buggers on learner bikes. So much for avoiding the motorway. I know got my bigger socket set ready, because I'm going to take the front wheel off and see how stiff these bolts are. Let's have a look in here. Oh, it's still dry, amazingly. But maybe that's because I haven't applied the bloody brakes all week. I don't want to keep repeating myself. In fact, I think that I'll make this my last video until it's all sorted out. Because when the new discs come, I'm going to fit them. I think I can manage that if I can get them bolts off. But the seals here and there, I think I'll take it to a bike shop. I've got a choice of 3 in Accrington and 1 in Blackburn. It doesn't look so bad, does it? But they were new pads and they're just not hitting it squarely. What I need to do in the past to get the front wheel off the ground, I wedged a piece of wood there and against that beam there, wedged it backwards so it's about 1 inch up in the air. But I thought, actually looking at it now, things are going to get in the way, aren't they? I've got 2 hooks or hooks, and I was going to fasten them to the opposite beam here, 2 of them, and put ropes round the handlebars here, just to raise it up. Another option is the little bottle jack I have, but with the belly pan there, that's a bit of a pain. Let's just get the other caliper off. Still not a lot of room, is there, in my little workshop, despite demolishing that other rose garden which was here last year. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. We're gonna see a little rain sometime. Do 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 do. Yeah, thanks for all your advice, but like I said, it just defies logic. Oh, what I've also sent for, I'll enclose, I'll put pictures up. Ian Hepcat Hoyle and a couple of others said if the original hoses, which they are, 15-year-old, they'll need changing. So I've sent for a set of braided hoses, not, so they're still clean. It's not wet. Probably. Oh yeah, I squirted WD-40 on them. See, I thought it might be cat piddle. Yeah, new braided hoses. They're not, what's the well-known brands? Goodridge. I saw some Goodridge and I saw a chap in Wales. I forgot what they're called now, but I sent for them. And of course you get all the little arguments in the blurb, don't you? Oh, Goodridge are the best because the others don't do this and don't do that. Well, we do this and we do that, so get ours. Get Goodridge. The ones I sent for were £50 for the front and £26 for the back. And I was thinking of spending that on my birthday. I thought of going to Clitheroe and having a curry. Oh, these are them bolts. Yeah, the roots in my drawers, pardon. And this is what Hepcat Harley sent with all those bits. Let's see about the length. Ooh, misses, yes. Ooh. Yeah, definitely for that job, aren't they? And it says stainless on the packet, so Ian's had them on his bike. Bolts for bike, CB900F on it, 2002-7. Stainless steel front axle pinch bolts, 4 of. So, thank you Ian, they're going on. Better than bloody silly button heads. And in fact, the good thing about these, it's coming out. Yeah, use the battery. When did I get that? 2 months ago. It's better, isn't it? Don't get too loose where the weight will just arrive it out again. Good strong things then, pound shot for 2. Not going to split the wood neither with a pile at all. Done. To plate it up. Not going to interfere with my shower curtain system, is it? No, I've not been shopping yet. I need all sorts. Cat food, cat biscuits. Oh, sugar, I need some sugar. I'll have to start writing a list, because when I get there I forget everything. I could split them up as them ring join things. Well, they haven't done much, have they? Although mud guard's an easy thing to get off, it's just a bolt and an Allen bolt. Let's see if the big nut moves. Big nut. So, any such of them crappy things. Ooh, they look like they've been on and off. Well, they will have all the bloody tyre changes over the years. Another reason, that's brakes in it. Another reason I want them off is when it failed the MOT on the bearings last summer. It said, your bearings have come but your seals haven't. Will you be able to fit the seals? I said, yeah, and I never got round to it. So, I don't know how bad the seals are. It's like a bloody Crapton factory assault course. That's sort of obsolete now. I got that when I had my Super 4, because it's red. Or my Aprilia, one of them didn't have a centre stand. Although I was going to hang on to it in case I do get another bike ever. What's that? 22-ish. Yep, not 20, won't be 21, will it? No. Extension, slight extension. I'm not sure what this does, it's not on a thread, is it? I thought it just sort of went in and then the pinch bolts gripped it. Oh, it is on a thread. What the hell is that then? Oh yeah, I presume that fastens into something. What is that? That's not loose now, is it? Is that meant to tap out now? What on earth would that do? Is it just a dust seal? And you tap it out, is that what you do? I don't know. I'm going to have a look at my manual, just to double check, and then get a rubber mallet. And I've got some thin lengths of metal if it needs tapping out. Oh, I thought it was a lot easier than this. How weird. I just realised them, so I put one in, and it's moving easily. Because it's still, oh there we are. I see it's because it's still not exactly up in the air. So that's hollow, is it? Bloody hell, hollow axle. Doesn't really fill you with confidence, does it? Why is that not solid? Well, threads, yes, but why not make it solid after the threads? Why? Hollow axle. Right, well. So, does that mud guard have to come off? No, good. I think I'll take this in the kitchen and have a look at them seals. Little spacer, don't forget that little spacer there. And the big right, I'll put that there. Don't get them mixed up, big one on the right, little on the left. How can I shorten them? Oh yeah, well, fasten them together and get you to that plastic thing, put cable ties on. That'll make it slightly. Should I do it now? Got plenty of strong cable ties. Should I do it here? All I'm going to do is change them seals. Let's have a look at them. And see about getting them bolts. They're going to be tight, aren't they? Original bloody discs. So it come out fairly easy after all. Let's see them drivers. Not handed, are they? I meant to pack it with grease. There's a bit of grease in already. I'll put red grease in. Better with a little paintbrush instead of these cotton buds. Good gooey stuff this. It makes it Valvoline. Poo ponds. Working in the drizzle, marvellous. Well, it is a dust seal and rain seal. No, use my fingers, sod it. Not dangerous, is it? Got some bloods. There's too much in. Can you ever have too much grease? No, I didn't push that all the way in, so hopefully it'll come out easy without damaging anything. Break. Not bent, is it? If someone going to say I've arsed that up. I can assure you I didn't damage it then. Gentle prise out with a huge great screwdriver. Yeah, so the shop didn't do this because you have to keep ordering stuff in because there was so limited space in the workshop stores. Although he did say that these bearings for the Hornet were very unusual size, that's why they didn't have any in and had to wait 4 days. And then I took that Bonneville out, didn't I? Right, hope they're not handed after all this. I should have checked, you know, with them spaces. Right. What is the fitting? Are they both the same? Yeah, they're both exactly the same. Little one on the left, big one on the right. Left one is a discoloured disc. Now then, should I attempt to loosen it now, or should I do as Bandit Nev said? If I put a hot air gun or a hairdryer would be alright. That hairdryer won't have any effect. But on the nuts, I mean, hot air will expand the metal you're aiming at. So I don't want the bolt to expand. I want the socket to expand. Therefore, the bolt will come out easy. Too big. Too little. Bloody hell, I've not got one that fits. Oh, that's it, I think. It's not moving at all. S2 6, that's 6mm, isn't it? Yeah, not 7, not 5. I'll just see what happens. Need me adapted on. Should I warm something up? Oh, it's moved, good. Are they all going to be easy? Yep. I'm just looking at them closely. Like I said, if that spins and the bolt doesn't, we're in trouble. Oh, a lot easier than I thought, good. Famous last words, because what's last ones go tits up. Well, this means, of course, I can fit the disc myself if the other side is easy. I'll just check one out just to see what it's like. You can get replacements of these in fancy titanium and blue titanium. You can even get discs with blue on, but I'm not that much into blue. Is that cloth? Stiff again. They should be replaced, shouldn't they? Oh, not so bad inside, Loctite. They polish up anyway. I mean, if they must be stainless, or is that rust? Well, they polish up. That's all I wanted to do, see how tight the bloody button head bolts were. So when them discs come, hopefully they won't be absolute crap. Like I said, it said £50 down from 138, or was that bullshit? Or they just cheap and nasty ones? And it said we source all our stuff. Yeah, it did have the torque settings on the diagram, but not going to go anywhere, is it? Just guessing. Never enough. Not enough for getting wet and faffing about. Minimum thickness 3.5. Right. So this aren't worked. It's a grease there. It's just the pistons weren't gripping them. Why? So it's either the hoses or the master cylinder then, I think. But I'm replacing these anyway because, like I said, the original 41,000 mile ones. What's all that dead leaves inside the hollow wheel? I'm going to give them a clean. And they're looking tatty, aren't they? So I thought I'll get some hammerite, smooth hammerite, and just rub it round the rim after I've cleaned it. Oh, use that black wax again, but that doesn't stop on. Well, it's not so bad, it's just that where they've had the bloody tyres off over the years. 40,000 miles, probably had 10 new tyres on the front, maybe. I'll put it back on, have a shower, get dressed, go and do my shopping. Still, that gold paint's not really stopping on very well, is it? I wonder what the new ones will be like. It's showing a general illustration. I should have asked, is that the one I'm getting? Illustration purposes only. Did I leave that torch on? No. Oh, I was going to get some cable ties just to nip that plastic thing up there now. See if it raises it up a 10mm more, like that. Well, after a lot of faffing, that's not done much, but taking it round there and hooking it onto this shower curtain fixing has done the job. It's lifted it right up. Although I've got the weight of the bloody wheel to contend with now. Right, does that require rubbing with axle grease? Should I use copper grease for that? I think I will. I've just brought my torque wrenching out of the rain. Right, out of the rain for good. Well, I've sort of proved happily what I'd hoped to achieve. Does that make sense? That's that cloth. The disc bolts are not as tight as I was worried about. They haven't started rounding off. What about the other one? Should I loosen the other one? Should I? Just so I don't get a shock on, they're meant to come on Monday, according to the blurb. Yep, that one's turning. Yep. Yep, that one's turning slightly. See, what I wanted to avoid was something shearing off and having to get the shop. That one's turning good. Having to get the shop to do it. Oh no. Yes, bloody hell. I thought that I set up it wasn't all the way in the hole. Make sure it's all the way in the hole before you twist it. Ooh. Right, so they're all loose, good. I should be doing this in Frankie Howard style with all the innuendos. Oh yes, Mrs. Ooh yes, ooh. Oh no, no, Titter, you not, no. I'll nip them back up. Not gonna go mad tightening them like crazy. Right, so. Shouting. Spacey, axle finger. Get some rain off it. It's only the end bits that actually need it on, but I'm shocked at it. It's hollow. Why would they have a hollow axle? Why? Tell me. I know it's probably very strong, but it's a weird thing. No signs of any rust. Is it made of stainless or what? Right from that end. Does slip over, yes. Would do, wouldn't it? Just bought it weighted a bloody wheel now. Ah. Right, on fire. I think that's the key thing if you're on your own struggling and you set something to level it up. Get the level and then gently tap it. I did that when I was fitting these crash bars, because it was a long ball that had to go through a spacer. You put something in the same diameter and then put your thing in, touch them so it doesn't drop the spacer, and tap it in just slowly and then pull your rod out and sorted, because when I tried it initially the spacer dropped down, so it was there. The spacer about 3 inch in, although I retrieved it with the screwdriver. Right, where's them pinch bolts? The new ones. See if they fit nicely. And like I said, I'm going to go on eBay now and see about some of them custom caps. Oh, a lot nicer them, aren't they? Bloody button heads. Hate button heads. These are a lot better. Yeah, that pulls it through to the correct depth, doesn't it, twerp? Of course, what am I thinking of? It's all been rolled with a strain. I'll get the torque setting later, although I normally just guess. That's right, yeah, that goes in the thread inside the axle, pulls it to the correct depth, and then you torque it up. Break. Try not to crack the mud guard while you're doing it. That's it. Let's just see about the spin again. So new seals are in. How long is this video lasting? Is that the same as them? Oh, it is. Did they come out flush? Yes. So they are the correct ones. Well, it did say so on the bag, but you never know, do you? Oh, yeah, look a lot better then, don't they? And like I said, when I get them caps on, there'll be no deterioration. Put a bit of grease in the holes. custom chrome plastic caps. And I'm going to say, now I've got those new seals, I am not going to attempt to fit them again in case I have done something wrong. I cannot think what. And it is the same code on the packet of the new ones, N46. Have I missed, I keep thinking, have I missed something? It must just be, like people have said, a fault in the bloody ancient rubber hoses, because they were binding on before and they're still binding on. I think there's a clue there, isn't there? Binding on before, and I assumed it was salt, despite all them sprays I were using. Someone said don't use a soapy muck off, use a proper brake cleaner. But is it for that? Damn brake cleaners I've got, I think they're just the discs. It's not for spraying on the pistons, I don't think. And I thought the soapy solution, which must be water based, will neutralise the effects of the bloody salt. So, like I said, I fitted new seals, new pads, and it's still binding on. And then I couldn't bleed them. So, by a process of elimination, new discs and new gubbins for inside here. And if it's still playing up, I'll blame the shop. Right, I'll put them back on. Forgot on the grease. Something gunky. So new seals are on, that's one less thing to faff around with. The air's dropped off them. They're only cheap and nasty. Some for £4 on eBay. Some for £10, but the £10 ones any better. I stuck them on with Gorilla Glue though. I used epoxy and it didn't stick that well, so I put some Gorilla Glue behind and it all swelled up. So I put a metal bracket behind, stuck in the soft glue, and now the air snaps off. I might not bother with anything. There are some nice badges in Australia from an old Goldwing blue saying Honda. I'll put a picture of them up and I'm going to stick them there, but they're tiny. 60mm, it's about there, by 25. And they're £20 each, so I'm not spending 40, and he wanted as much again Paul, so I'm not spending £60 on little badges. But the metal, you see, you pay for metal rather than plastic, don't you? Should I call it a do there? Well, I suppose I could put calipers back on, that's no big deal, is it? Them stickers were crap. Did I pump the lever slightly? I might have touched the lever, let's have a look. Oh no, that's gone on alright. A lot better with a bench, wouldn't it? Or what do you call it, lift, like Ian's got.